This used to be one of my favorite games. Plants vs. Zombies was released over 15 years ago, and it took a team of 4 people 3 years to develop. I'm gonna remake the first level of this game in 2 weeks, starting with the UI, then the character models, then the zombie spawning system, and finishing by adding some small details. But there's a catch. After talking to my legal team, I'm not actually allowed to release the game. Why even bother building the game, you ask? Well, why do anything hard ever? I want to be challenged and grow as a developer. Oh, and my video editor reached out to me, asking for money. So, design a single level of a game, and my editor keeps his Roblox girlfriend? What could possibly go wrong? On the first day of the challenge, I worked on the UI, starting with the start menu. Well, that was easy. Then I added these buttons, nice, and now the buttons work. I started building the environment, starting with some borders, because while I work, I need some way to keep the zombies contained. I added some rocks and plants, and next, I added a house just to have something for testing. And the placement of these windows was bothering me, so I combined them and turned them into an entryway. Actually, I spent way too much time customizing this test environment. What I just did is the equivalent of washing your hands before walking into a public bathroom. Guys, we still wash our hands, right? Well, just to make sure my game doesn't look like this, I need to start testing right away. Day 3 started a bit better. I worked on the script that makes the camera point at the backyard, but I couldn't get it working. So I did the most logical thing I could do to save time. I cheated. I never said I'd do this myself. And what about my editor's GF? And not gonna lie, that shit was kinda hard. So I just borrowed a teensy little camera script from another project. Everything works, and now on to designing the plant models. No, seriously, I just used this model as a reference for mine. You can't tell, but mine definitely has a wider bottom. It took me a long time to get the pea shooter model and the sunflower model to my liking, and I finished out the day by making them spawnable in-game. Everything's looking pretty good now, except we're still missing one of the biggest parts of the game, the zombies. After blowing through the first part of the game, I ran into a wall. I couldn't get the zombies to work. There was something wrong with the code and I couldn't figure it out, so I tried hiring a developer to help me fix it. I tried developer after developer after developer. Altogether, I worked with 12 developers, and no one could find the bug. I didn't know what to say, so I hopped into my Discord server and tried to come up with a good excuse for why I couldn't finish the game. That's when it hit me. I basically wasted a week trying to reply GOAT to every comment on my favorite YouTube video. What I didn't realize is I've been watching the video in offline mode. I needed a server script instead of the local one I've been using. Basically, this game requires a connection before the different pieces will work together. And if none of that made any sense to you, congratulations! You have great parents. Finally, we have the zombies up and running. And now with the character models designed, the UI working, and everything tested, I ended the day confident I could wrap up the rest pretty quickly. At this point, I'm about 10 days in, and things finally seem to be taking shape. This is my moment. Games are made, but heroes are born. I'm gonna finish this thing today. So I started working through what was left. The main house needs a redesign, along with the fence around it, and the trees. Also, it's way too bright, and it looks kind of bland. I think we need more houses, fences, and trees, and maybe a road connecting all the houses, fences, and trees. This game isn't even close to being done, and if I let my editor lose his girlfriend, all of his work will be for nothing. So we struck a deal. He agreed to make the video for a 50% discount if I paid him early. So we struck a deal. Thinking back on it, I could have probably paid him sooner, and he wouldn't be in this mess. But that's not how you negotiate. My course will be dropping next week. It's day 12, and since paying my editor 2 days ago, I've seemed to lose interest in finishing this project. Every time I opened the game files, I'd close them just as fast. Instead, I spent the last couple of days doing research for another project I'll be working on. The game is still missing scenery and looks pretty bland, but if I give up now, then no video. So I decided to take a little time away and come back and just start. When I returned to my desk, I finally found the motivation to finish this game. So I made more houses, placed fences, and trees. I added a lot of trees. Now it's time to make things a bit spookier, so I turned off all the lights. There are now light posts, music, and a dark figure. Now we basically have a complete game. I mean, we have the plants and we certainly have the zombies, except I have one last idea. I want to add one more plant, the potato. For the finishing touch, I modeled one out and added it to the UI and spawner. Here's what the finished game looks like. We did it, guys! I am a hero! And grounded. As for our lovebirds, last I heard they were trying to take things to the next level in Discord. Hey bro, it's me! And that's the story of why I need a new video editor. Thanks for watching, and remember to like if you liked the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Hope to see you in a future video.